Chris.
Yo.
Yeah,
B-Fact?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this all minute. B-Facts. All right. So, when you've got like the different bees, you got the queen, you got the workers, and you've got the drones, and it's interesting because when they're all born, they're all fed royal jelly for the first 3 days. And then after that, they take them off of it. If they want to make a queen, they just keep feeding the queen, or the soon-to-be queen, royal jelly, and that's how you get queens.
So wait, you're talking like males as well? They could become a queen if you...
Well, they're all born the same, and then depending on what you feed them, they become whatever they become. So you feed everybody gets royal jelly for the first 3 days, and then they stop feeding them that. But then the one that they want to make the queen, they keep feeding royal jelly, so you are what you eat.
How cute. So everyone has a potential to be royalty, but not everyone makes it.
That's right, and actually it can become rather fierce competition when they decide to make another queen, and there's more than one queen in a hive. But we'll talk about that another time.
See, I know certain ant species can have 5 queens at once.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's
insane.
They get along?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're all for the same purpose, so they're just
Yeah, no, it's different in the bee world then.
In the bee world.
Definitely
The bee world.
The bee world.
All right, Chris.
But let's talk about the Starfinder world.
Yeah. Before we get into the episode, I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Starship Operations Manual.
Yeah.
A lot of really good things.
Yeah, I saw that Reddit
Which
link
sucks
that you
because
posted.
we just finished a huge Starship combat.
Mm-hmm.
But I should be getting it within the next week or so.
I was taking a look at the PDF today. It does look pretty exciting, so...
Yeah, some people are posting it in another Discord that I'm in. And, yes, there's some really interesting things. There's, another way to travel through the drift.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you don't travel through the drift. You travel through heaven.
What?
Yeah, I briefly looked at that, but I didn't go too far into it.
Also, you can planet a fucking ship or a planet with arms.
You can make a
now?
planet with arms?
Yeah.
It was a creature that you fight.
Was a creature you fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
basically what it looked like was a planet with arms.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, I'll have to look at that. No, I think the
there's
most
a bunch-
interesting thing that I saw so far was the fact that you can have boarding parties in the middle of a starship combat. So that's pretty interesting.
That's dope.
Yeah, so you can
we're
decide
really
to
playing
take
FTL.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you can decide
So
to board their ship in the middle of a combat. So then there's rules about how you conduct the starship portion of it, and then how you switch over to the boarding part of it. So.
That's sweet.
I definitely
maybe
thought that meant you can have a party while you're in the middle of Starship combat. Okay.
Yeah. And they go into deeper detail about where people are located on the ship, like the PCs. And then the thing that I thought, I don't know if you mentioned this, Ryan, or if you read it at all, but the squadron fighting.
I read a little bit about it.
Yeah. I mean, basically what you do is each PC could be in their own ship, and then you fight as a squadron.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Dope AF.
We have one.
We have one.
Yeah.
We can't technically pilot.
Let's get back to the adventure. What do you guys remember from last week?
We finally
We
won.
Yep.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah,
We did it.
I was kind of in a hurry to end it because I had been gone for so long, but we really didn't get an opportunity to talk about how crazy that was. The turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge turnaround.
Yeah, we did pretty good. Well, everything changed when they ran out of missiles.
Oh,
as soon as they ran out of missiles, we were able to just duck and dive around them as long as whoever was piloting got the initiative.
Yeah, and I think once you like switch tactics to go after the Fang fighters, like that really made things a difference, because then I was getting down to 2 initiative rolls and then 1, and their pilot on the potato cake was just terrible. So
it's all those starches.
Damn right.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's all the starches. But I mean, how did everybody else feel about that? Because we kind of had that build as the most epic combat.
I would say it was epic in the fact that we all thought we were going to die, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it, though. Like, it's just another case of you're going into another Starship combat completely under, like, just everything. Like, you're pretty much put in, like, a losing situation as it was. And you just kind of got to get lucky, which, I mean, I guess that's part of how, die rolling works, but it was fun to actually, like, enjoy Starship combat for once, but I don't think it was as epic as I think.
And a fun YouTube video came out of it. So
yes, that did come out of it.
And a couple GIFs.
Some really great GIFs.
Yeah, that was a great GIF. So if you haven't seen it yet,
check out the YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Yes, please. It's my favorite thing of all time right now.
So yeah, you turned the battle around on what I thought. I thought that we were going to go a much different direction. You pull out all the stops, you turn the battle around, and at the end of last week's episode, Rats is able to pick up a transmission coming out from the potato cake, basically letting the cult know what's going on, that they need reinforcements, possibly. So that's where we are right now. What is everybody thinking? What does everybody want to do?
I mean, I'm nervous that he just called for a bunch of help. or
Yeah,
at least alerted people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also don't want to leave them here to, like, get repaired and come back at us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Finish them off. You can just say it.
Yeah, I'll finish them off.
Are we going to board, steal, and kill?
I don't
Sounds
think
like a bad idea.
you can board the small ones.
Yeah,
anyway.
we can't. Yeah, that's
So-
not possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Are we able
Yeah, I mean,
to
you
like,
could cer-
hack their
Any
systems
ideas?
or anything now to like see if there's any important information on the big or on any of them?
I mean, you can do a scan, kind of get some basic information, but as far as like accessing their databases, you kind of have to do that from on board the ship.
Darn.
And to like completely destroy them, we would have to do another 175 damage,
Yeah.
which
so
would take
forever, since I think the max we can do is like 24.
yeah.
Well, that's like with one weapon. I think if you can do more obviously than that, but
Can we just like ram our ship into them and send them floating some like far
I'd rather
away?
not damage our ship more than it
Yeah,
already
without
is,
damaging our own ship, no.
because we're not exactly flush on hull points, so I prefer
True.
not to do that.
Ramming
Yeah.
is a new feature in the Starship Operations Manual.
Nice.
You could certainly destroy the ship. That doesn't help you out with doing anything about the emergency transmission that goes out. You could fly into the sun, as Rat said last week, and just get it all over with.
I think best option is to try and we were headed towards a moon when we got
Space
ambushed,
station.
right?
You were headed towards one of the only one that had the life on it.
I think our best option is probably get there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Is probably
So the only combat we really have to get into is on the ground and not in space.
Yeah. Preferably.
Grace will go get cleaned up, and then you can pilot us back, or clean all your stuff up, and you can pilot us to the moon.
all right. And
or
he
space.
heads to the bathroom. All right. I clean up and come back, and I pilot the ship towards that moon we were already headed towards.
It's a space
Okay, before you begin to pilot, Jeeves pipes in over the intercom and says, "Captain, I have analyzed the systems, And I have discovered that the rotation of these planets occur once every 24 hours. As to what might open the dimensional gate, it is unknown, but the cycle seems to be 24 hours. I have also noticed that the increased gravitational disturbances in this area will make it difficult for us to navigate, subjecting the ship to a lot of strain as the gravitational forces ebb and flow in this area.
So, buckle up for a bumpy ride.
That's what it sounds like.
All right.
So he said that it happens once every 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So would he know, like, when the next
rotation
time would happen?
It appears that it will occur approximately within 12 to 18 hours.
What a gap.
It's like you're waiting for the air conditioning guy to show up. As I said, Captain, I'm having difficulty getting computer readout information with response to the gravitational forces in this area.
Which, side note, we have 2 members of our party that are down half their resolve points.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
No way,
you're right.
not enough time to get those back.
Yep, we can't get those all back.
So,
That has me so nervous.
all right, let's head down to this moon.
Good luck trying to get a new character now.
So you begin to pilot, calculating the route. Jeeves determines it's going to take approximately 2 hours to get to the planet. So, barring anybody wanting to take care of any business, you're flying along, and the ship is shaking every now and then it kind of goes away, and then it's like you're on rough waters again, and then near around the first hour of travel, there's like proximity alarm alerts, and Jeeves says, "Brace for impact, prepare for impact." And
Oh, shit.
There's like this. If Sev looks down at his tactical readout from the gunner station, you see like this sheer like gravitational wave rushing towards the ship.
I hope you guys are wearing your seatbelts. As he clicks his on.
I always wear my seatbelt.
Okay, so I need Razel to make a piloting check.
You know what? I
I
want
was
to make one
expecting
anyway,
that.
just because you said my name.
You want to assist me?
I can try to assist you, sure. I don't know how I would be doing that.
You fire the
I
guns and it blasts the ship in a certain direction.
26.
You aided me.
I aided
Look at
you.
that. I got a 29 piloting.
29. Okay. So this shield is coming up, and this wall of gravitational wave is coming up, and you like lurch the ship like straight up, punch on the gas, and you're able to like shoot up over the top of this wave and duck it.
Hell yeah, I do. See? I'm not a terrible pilot.
Still getting you that mug, Razel.
Damn it.
It's endearing. It's not like an insult. It's more of like a joke between the group now.
I don't like it. I'm a good pilot, damn it.
Yeah, I know. You're a good pilot. Swarm Wars, yada, yada, yada. Just let us have our fun, all right? It's good to kind of, release some stress, as I'm sure our friend over there would attest to.
I mean, I have some stress reliever ideas if you guys want to get into that.
I mean, I don't think now is necessarily the exact right time. I
don't know.
Just trying to put the...
I'm feeling a little bit stressed.
Welcome to the battlefield, where it's 99% stress.
That's why I love Darkest Dungeon, because it's actually realistic.
Yeah, it adds all that stuff to it. But,
I wish I knew.
Yeah, well, basically, when you're fighting in the game, your characters will get stressed when they get damaged, or the lights go out, or stuff like that.
Oh,
and
okay.
they can break down and have like these.
they can, like, freak out.
Yeah, they freak out and
That's
might
cool.
even attack friendlies and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
XCOM has that thing, too, where they get, like, frazzled and they can attack your team and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah.
they just run away.
Yeah.
So Jeeves pipes up and says, "Excellent flying, Razel. I have been running calculations on the gravity in the local areas, and I am unable to compensate. I do fear that we will run into this again before we reach the planet. Unless, of course, somebody is able to determine a method by which to avoid this, or you can continue to pilot as well as you did, Razel.
So wait, can we navigate like another path, like manually, since Jeeves can't figure it out?
It's difficult to find a path because the gravitational forces are just so erratic in this area.
Yeah.
But you might be able to figure out a way to make flying easier if you could analyze the area, scan local space, something like that.
Oh.
Hey, Raquel, doesn't the magic officer have a scan thing?
A scan thing.
Yeah, it's like something similar to scanning.
Yeah, but I believe that the DC on that is something I will never be able to pass. At least not right now. Because I took a look at that before.
I have it, Kevin. Hold on.
Or rats can make a regular scan.
Yeah, rats will run a scan on the area. It's 24.
24. Okay, rats on your console. You're working incredibly fast, and you realize that you kind of see a shifting pattern in the local gravity well. However, you know it's going to take yourself a little bit of time to come up with the more extensive calculations and equations that you'll need to put into the computer, but you feel like you'll be able to significantly improve Razel's chances of piloting around this if you spend the better part of an hour doing the calculations. Which, coincidentally, you still have another hour of travel to get to the moon.
Conveniently.
It's like it was written this way.
And Des, I was talking about scrying, which is a
Yeah.
DC 20, which you should easily
Yeah, you could get
be
that.
able to do. So what are our options again?
At this point, with Ratz's computer scan, he feels like he could figure out equations to input into the navigational computer in order to give you basically a boost to your piloting checks. But it's going to take the better part of an hour in order to complete those things.
So we would have to continue traveling while he's doing this, or stay where we're at?
You could theoretically continue to travel. You spent the first hour of travel with a rough ride, but you didn't really take any major damage until just now.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of like a risk to take. Like, you could stay put, or you could work on it for an hour as you travel.
I vote for working on it as we travel.
Yeah,
I also vote for that.
Yeah. And Rats is like a god anyway, so he can do everything and multitask.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I mean, plus that makes the most sense, right? You just keep going as you move. Because like we said before, time is of the essence, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, because the longer you spend here, too, like, you don't know, as you draw closer to this anomaly, it could get worse. You may experience even more of these if you just sat still versus just, kind of like, you see the storm coming, you just drive right through it. Just drive straight,
Get it over as soon as possible.
Right. So,
all right.
Assuming Rats is going to spend his time doing that, you keep traveling, and you just see, as you're traveling forward and you're looking at the view screen, you catch some of the other stars in the system, and occasionally you'll see them ripple, like when you're looking through a fire and you see like how the air above it kind of distorts the background.
Mm-hmm.
And you just assume like the gravitational fields are bending the light from the stars, and it's giving it that weird look. And the whole time you're traveling, it's like you're driving on a bumpy road, and the ship is just kind of constantly shaking. It's got to be a little unnerving. And given the fact that you don't even know what is out here, you're having a difficult time scanning the system. You don't know if there's another ship here, if there's a dozen ships. You don't know who's on the way. This all has to be pretty unnerving, even for seasoned explorers. warriors.
Combat veterans.
Combat veterans. So as you draw closer to your target, you see this beautiful bright sun and just this small moon-sized, Earth moon-sized planet orbiting around there. And it's the only thing in the system that teems with any sort of life. Beautiful blue oceans. It looks like green, lush fauna is growing. And as you begin to get to some semblance of an orbit, you feel that the ship is beginning to violently shake again. And again, the klaxons come on. Jeeves warns you to brace for impact. And you see that another large gravitational wave emanates from the planet, from the moon itself. And I need Razel to make another piloting check.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to try to aid.
I feel like
And
right now Raquel's like sitting down, buckled in, and like she has like a claw grip on the armrests, and she's white knuckled and nervous.
So do I get any bonus from what the scan that he's doing or the calculations that he's making?
Yes. You get a +4 to the check.
I also aided.
He also aided, so that's...
Like, I imagine I'm
I
using,
have a +20 to this check.
I imagine I'm using, like, the gunner screen to, like, point out things that are, like, coming towards you. So I'm like, all right, like, head this way, then that way.
All right. Oh, man. 34.
34. So describe what you do here, Razel, with the ship.
I feel like he learned a lot from the first time this happened, so he, like... I was already... Did you see... Before when this happened, you said he tried to, like, go over it, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this time he's, like, already, like, over it by the time it gets to us. Because of how... Yeah. Because of the calculations that Rats did.
Plus, I'm also, like, I imagine stuff like he's, like, calling out, like, all right, it's this far
200
away.
meters
Yeah,
away.
this far
Or,
away.
I guess
This far.
meters wouldn't make sense.
I mean, meters, it can make sense.
200 meters in space doesn't make sense. That's way too close. Kilometers. There we go.
200 kilometers.
Excellent, Razel. I did not even have autopilot on.
Yeah, wait.
Burn.
Have you been having autopilot this entire time?
I defer to the captain.
What the fuck? And he just, like, pushes on the gas, even though there's no gas. I like when you said gas earlier. I was like, well, that's not.
I don't know.
I get what you mean. That's not how starships work.
Right,
You
right.
could use gas.
No, that
Starship-
kind of reminds me. I mean, I know it's common in other sci-fi universes, but it reminds me of in one of the Star Trek movies. They never ever did this, and then in the movie, a big like joystick comes out of the center of the ship, and the guy's flying it just with a joystick. So yeah. So you notice, like after this final wave passes by, that it seems like you're in a calm region now. You've drawn so close to the planet. Like maybe it's buffeting you from the local disturbances.
Mm-hmm. Now, would we be able to make a scan on the planet?
Yes, you may scan the planet.
So would that
Ladies, gentlemen?
be something that I could do with that scry thing?
Sure. It says it functions exactly like the scan in the description.
Oh, well.
You employ a substantial form of divination, such as dealing from a digital holodeck, reading the future by interpreting the splatter of leaking coolant on your ship, or visually scanning the readouts of your starship's myriad screens to pull deeper and predictive meaning from the lights and sounds around you. This functions as the scan science officer action, but you attempt a mysticism check instead of a computer's check.
And the DC was 20, and with my plus 16, I got a 21.
How did you...
I mean,
So bad.
it's you rolled a
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
So I might have to defer to Rats for this one.
Well, you passed it.
Yeah, you passed it.
But-
You got some basic information.
Yeah. So it's just you said it's similar to scan then, but is this more like in your head, like you're envisioning these things, or it's aiding your ability to use the computer systems?
I think it was aiding ability. That's a good question. Is that in my head?
It says that you're using things around you and interpreting them to see the outcome.
Yeah.
So I look out into the big window, our big front window, and start interpreting little bits and pieces on this moon. And I get some basic information, guys.
So you're staring kind of like out the window looking at the planet, and you see that it is just this lush jungle of a world, but you also see that there's a whole lot more to it. Like there's just a little bit of every kind of environment. There's mountains, and
Of course there are.
It's like a Halo ring.
there are oceans, and you see that you get flashes in your eyes of wild animals, birds like flying through the sky. You see these like double-billed birds. You also see some of the plant life like moving, like actually moving back and forth. And you also kind of glean that there's several like structures on the planet's surface, but most of them appear to be in ruin. There is like one structure that seems to be intact, and there's like a nearby landing pad. And this whole setup is unusual because the rest of the planet seems to be blanketed in this vegetation.
Okay.
This is like almost exactly like how the first Halo went. Like you stumble across this weird like feature like thing that has like a whole bunch of different biomes, and like, oh, there's ruins on here, and it turned out there was a terrible disease that can wipe out entire galaxies.
I relay the information to everyone and kind of like rapid fire as the like visions are coming to me, and I'm like, it reminds me a lot of Castroville, but there is some structural structural sites. One seems like it's probably still intact, but the other ones are in ruin. And she doesn't really give much more information. She just compared it to Castroville.
So you said that one had a landing pad, right? Just that one?
Yeah, I mean that's the only one that you see. Like everything else that she told you were like the other structures were just like completely in ruin, and this seems to be the only place where you can touch down through the dense foliage.
Oh boy, this is just like Castroville. Okay, well, seems like we only have one way to go.
Yep.
So let's go that way, I guess.
I land at the platform that you mentioned.
Autopilot's put on the whole time.
Shut up.
So you begin your descent, and you pass down through the cloud cover. You see that there are these large, wild, horned animals running around on all fours. They're kicking up dust along a grassy plain. And as you continue to move towards your destination, you see that there's a mountain range, and you can see snow coming off the peaks and just knocking over huge copse of trees. And then you come down lower, and you're just like right above the trees, and you see that there's just a whole bunch of birds like in the wake of the engines, like just fly out from the tops of the trees, multicolored, every color of the rainbow, just fly off. And then you see that landing pad as you start to slow to a stop and slowly descend. You can see like there's this crude trail that is burned into the brush, leading off to the direction of that structure that Raquel mentioned.
Sev, like, he has like the turret cam up and he's like spinning it around like 360 as we're landing, like looking for big movement outside of like the birds and the trees and such.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to roll like perception for that. I can.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I'll aid.
Can you aid in perception?
I don't see why not. It's a skill.
No,
I aid.
You can't.
I was going to say, I don't think you can.
You can't say, hey, look better. Or, hey, listen.
You can. It's just...
Okay, I got a 10.
I got a 28.
28. So you're swiveling the camera around, and you kind of notice that the path that you see cut before you seems like it was recently cleared with like fire. You see some deep divots in the ground. It looks like maybe explosions. You see some of the foliage. Looks like it's clean cut off.
Like he stands up from his chair and like he like walks back to his like the room he's staying at. He comes back with his rifle and like he's like sitting there all geared up and he like racks the bolt on it and he goes, "All right, guys. I know this is gonna sound obvious, but we're definitely not alone here. That path looks fairly recently made, so I'd gear up and get ready."
You got it, bud.
All right, I reload my fists. Make that joke for the umpteenth time.
Classic.
Yeah. I land. We're landed. Right?
Yes, I assume we were landed.
Okay. Well, and then I get up, grab my backpack, and get ready to head out. Have my big ass, what was it, like radiation gun on my back.
Yeah, the BFG. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I go back to my quarters and grab like all my weapons and stuff. I was pretty much dressed and all that, ready to go.
Sev's gonna stop Raquel. He's like, "Look, I know we're probably gonna see some creatures here, like that we've maybe never have been seen by, anybody else before. I'm gonna just don't assume they're friendly. Just assume everything's gonna be hostile here."
Fair. Good point.
And also, if we get attacked, please don't try to surrender or try to convince them otherwise, because if they're attacking us first, obviously they're hostile.
And it's cult members.
Yeah, and also it's cult members, and I'm sure we don't need to talk about how they don't really like us that much.
Yeah, I've kind of gathered that a lot more people are not open to negotiation as I'm used to. So I trust the group and whatever's best, I'll follow along.
He Sev he turned like this. "You're smart, Raquel. You can't be."
He's not. You point at
me. As much as we give you shit, you're a smart individual. I'd hate for you to die from some dumb decision on a moon. Immune.
She goes from like being absolutely ecstatic that you called her smart, and then when you say, "I don't want you to die," she like immediately loses the smile on her face. Like, okay.
Listen. I was a squad leader of a militia group that fought on backwater planets for small races, not trying not to get taken over. Motivational speeches nearly aren't my forte. It's more point your gun forward and try not to die, which sometimes that didn't even work. Don't worry, everything's fine. We have a very competent team here. I think we'll be okay.
I love that you're opening up to me, Sev. Like you have no idea how happy this makes me.
Just don't get too excited. That's probably all you're gonna get from me.
We'll see. And she walks away.
All right, let's go kill some cult scum.
Yeah, Razel. All right, I know you're impatient.
Hits the button on the ramp to head down.
God forbid, trying to reassure people on the team always so head.
What? Was that at the end of the conversation? I was kind of timing it for the end of the conversation.
I guess it can be now.
Okay. And he walks down the ramp.
Because it would be really awkward if I had to close the airlock again.
All right, hold on. I guess you have to wait the 5 minutes for it to pressurize. Hold on. Just hear elevator music as it's doing it.
And Razel walks out and then suffocates because there's no atmosphere.
Probably, yeah.
Just floats off into space like the snake from Shrek.
So, Razel, as you
Thanks, Kevin.
Razel, you descend down the ramp, and you're immediately hit with just like this hot, sticky air.
Suffocating.
Hot, suffocating, not air. No, but you're hit with this hot, sticky air. And you walk down, and immediately as you kind of clear the underbelly of the ship and you have like the entire vista open to you, you can hear howls, you can hear screams off in the distance, like wild animals or something, not just people shrieking and pain, but just vibrant wildlife everywhere. Just this place is just teeming with it.
They've gone feral.
You step down on the landing pad. It's this smooth surface. Seems to have a couple of like arbitrary designs in it, and it's pretty big. It's probably about 200 feet in diameter, and at the edge of it, it looks like it kind of descends down slightly to the forest floor.
Like Sev already has like his rifle out, like he's panning around the trees. He's just like trying to make sure there's no one waiting for him out there.
Yeah, you're training this thing back and forth, and it just... You kind of pick up on the things that you picked up on before, that there's, like, this smell of, like, burnt, spent ammo, gunpowder,
Are there cartridges around? Like, clips, magazines, if it's flame-based, I assume, like, a canister or,
Yeah, you might see, like, occasionally here and there, like a shell if you look really hard. It doesn't look like there was, like, a massive assault here or anything like that, though.
And he picks them and goes, yeah, people have definitely been here. So we need to, like I said, be on guard as much as we can.
Raquel, holds her briefcase extra tight because that's her tagline.
All right, let's go. And we head off into the jungle.
I'll take point.
All right, I follow you.
And so you begin to... Oh, go ahead, Rats.
I have some experience.
Oh, fuck. I have this book. Oh, you gave it back. Never mind. Shit.
Some experience with jungle travel. This continent known as Ukalam on this little planet known as Castroval.
Yeah?
Just remember that while we're traveling out here, to expect the unexpected. And keep your eyes peeled. And always, if you get into trouble, a rocky overhang can be used as a shelter.
Sev's trying not to laugh, and he's like, man, Cap, your wisdom knows no bounds.
Yeah,
Yours.
Raquel, she's like, oh, that's really good to know, and she gets her data,
pulls out a notebook.
She starts writing it down.
And then I'm also gonna just double down and cast Life Bubble on everybody.
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I also was wondering if that was gonna be, because that can last all day or something.
1 day per level.
Yeah, that's right. So it's
Yeah, I mean, it
Right
practically negates having to have armor or anything like environmental protections.
hell yeah.
Yeah, unless we're out here for more than
a few days.
Yeah. What is the timing on that? 168 uses with split hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, split amongst everybody.
Yeah.
So Rats is cast this spell, and you immediately feel this wash of relief as it becomes a cool 70 degrees, Rats?
Yes. 69 degrees.
69 degrees.
69.69.
Nice.
So you begin to walk, leaving the good intent behind, and
Click, click. Ah, damn it.
as you,
We're in a bad neighborhood. You better lock it twice.
so as you're like walking off of the pad, there's kind of like this narrow path that was cut through the jungle that kind of slowly widens, and as you're walking, you notice that some of the nearby plants start to like reach over, like try to wrap around your leg. But then as you take a step, hang on.
Who has a sword that can cut these?
I think Des
leaves?
does.
I do.
Well,
I
guess
just
who's
have-
leading our group?
I think I just have a knife, yeah.
Okay. Can anyone use this sword? I will let you borrow it.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we can, but...
Yeah, I can totally use
I mean,
the
I
sword.
prefer
It's okay.
not to lead the group. We have two very capable men who I think would enjoy leading us. And we also have Rats who has experience in this situation.
Oh, come on, Raquel. You're never gonna get over that initial fear of being in the front until you do it, right? It's good. It's good practice.
I'm curious, what is your survival skill?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's not horrible. It's a +9.
Better than mine.
You're fine.
Yeah, better than
you're
mine.
like, I've been here I did like,
Why is your survival skill high?
I would think it's like to get like part of her degree, one of her like electives in college or something was she had to
took,
go
It's like the scout.
and
took,
do
like,
some. Yeah,
I earned badges.
She earned merit badges. She sold a fuck ton of cookies.
your survival skill is way better than mine.
Yeah,
I have a
it's-
+0.
It's one higher than mine.
All right, so she gets talked into it, and I feel like the guys are kind of like laughing to themselves, like, "Ha, this will be fun to watch," and I'm gonna be awesome at this.
Seb's serious. He's like, you gotta get over that fear. Like, if you know what you're good at, like, in my experience, when you're good at something, that's what you're kind of gonna do a lot. So, and if you're in the scouts, as you say, this is gonna be beneficial.
You know what? You're right.
So, Chris, while you were gone, we've decided that Des is in the lead now.
She has a sword. She's gonna try to like chop, like a machete, like chop down the plants.
Here we go.
Okay. So
We talked her into it.
all right, so she's in the lead.
She's like swatting at these leaves that are grabbing
Yeah.
at us.
Okay, so she's in the lead, and then what are you, Razel and Sev kind of?
Is this like a one-person path?
Yeah,
Or
is
is
it
it
like
a
a-
2x2?
No, it's pretty wide. It's probably
Okay.
about maybe 20. I think it's like 20 feet. It's more like it's like
Oh, we
25
can just
feet
walk.
wide.
Yeah, she's just like as they're grabbing us, she's just like no, and swats, like
No.
slices through the leaves or the branches or whatever.
Okay.
Vines.
Take you to the old Mapperoonie here.
New map.
Your map.
That's not a map.
This is a map.
So yeah, kind of arrange yourself in the order that you are traveling.
Diamond pattern.
Nope.
Oh, all right. Rat's just teleported.
Rat
He's
is
already
gone.
where we're trying to go.
Oh, he's way up there.
So as you're walking, well, hang on, come back.
No.
Yep.
Fine, Dad.
All right, so Rats is over in the woods. You enter into this clearing in front of you. Opens up. I mean, it's got to be like 75 feet wide. You really feel like a breath of fresh air as you're walking through. You notice that this area seems like it's really wet. It's damp. The ground is kind of squishy as you're walking along. You see bits of broken pavement like sticking up from the mud at like these odd angles. You're really not
Like it used to be like a path like hundreds of years ago, maybe.
Possibly. A path, a road.
river?
You're not quite sure. Possibly a river.
He said concrete, though.
Oh, did you?
I thought you said pavement or something.
Yeah,
He did.
Yeah, it's like concrete pavement sticking up at like odd angles in this section.
The LA River is quote unquote gets technically concrete, so technically that can be true.
I guess, yeah.
You're moving forward through this wide open space, and the trees are swaying, and then you hear like a distant thundering, and then you start to hear like branches snapping, and it seems like birds are flying off in this direction, that direction, and then you see this huge beast like barrel out of the foliage. It seems like it's got like this big green. It's almost like Slimer, but like super big from Ghostbusters. And it's crawling along on these like huge legs in the front. There's like some smaller legs on the bottom, and this big tail is like whipping back and forth. And it looks at you, and it just growls really loud, deafening.
I growl back.
Everybody roll for initiative. You can growl as a
intimidate.
free action on your turn, Razel.
Ah, damn.
Roll intimidate.
Oh, man, a crack die.
Oh, baby. That is a good roll. Not that one. Ignore that one. That one's not what I rolled.
I don't know if anybody sees him roll 20, but he rolled a 1 and rolled 20.
Ironically,
Damn it.
I rolled the opposite in
There we go.
what I'm rolling.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty
All
good.
right,
Pretty good.
Share me some of those initiatives.
I got
22.
I got a natural 20 for a 27.
Ooh, all right, 22, 27.
I got a natural
Rats
20
and Raquel.
for a 21.
All right, solid.
Oh,
High rollers. What is Rats doing?
hey, there's the high roller.
17.
17. All right. Let me write down the character's name and not the Ryan's name. All right, Sev.
His name's Rev.
Rev, you are going to be first. Let me reveal this terrifying creature that you see.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, can you enlarge it so we can like see
Oh,
it?
it looks like.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't like it. Oh, it's got two mouths.
Yeah, you see like one large mouth on top of its head, and then like another mouth where its abdomen is. There's like 6 eyes right under its top mouth. Kind of looks like a mix of some kind of like plant animal thing.
Yeah. Ooh. I just got a cold chill.
Spooky plants.
So Sev, it's your turn first.
Okay, I was just double checking I was within range of. I can do that thing. I can use my new feat. There you go. I can finally use it. So, Chris, I am gonna move. I'm gonna move like 30 feet to my right, but as he's moving, he's gonna pull he's gonna shoulder his rifle and shoot with my feat called Shot on the Run, which lets me shoot at any point in a move action.
Okay. Nice.
I'll read the full description because I didn't really exactly describe it well. So you can move, fire at a ranged weapon, and move again before your foes can react. As a full action, you can move up to your speed and make a single range attack at any point during your movement if you have the trigger class, which I don't.
Nice.
So, yeah, he's gonna like run by Raquel, and he's gonna go. He's like, sorry about this, and he's gonna fire like right as he's right past her, so it's kind of loud. Oh, natty 20, baby!
Natty 20.
Shit! Yeah, it's a 32 against KAC.
Now, what are you shooting with?
The rifle
sheer
we got.
eye rifle.
Yeah, the one we got
That
from.
shoots peers.
It's the one we got off of the Yox from the captain.
All right, and that is so that's a kinetic weapon.
Yes.
Correct.
All right.
I don't like that
Got
question.
the
I don't like
old-
that.
I got the old. What, you don't like that?
No, I don't like that you said it's a kinetic, but
Well, I got the
I
old.
don't like.
Got the old crit card here. So, this one's called Buffeted About. Crit effect. The target is flat-footed for 1d4 rounds.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I mean, -2 AC is always good.
No, 100%. Do I have a crit effect on this rifle?
Was that a bonus effect?
No,
Yeah,
it's
was
crit
that-
effect, so you'll have to choose if you do have a crit effect on your rifle.
I think there is one.
I don't have one. And I did 32 damage.
All right.
Piercing. I rolled a 32,
That's
and I
awesome.
did 32 damage. Let me roll that D4. You said D4, correct?
Yes.
Two rounds.
All right, 2 rounds. Flat-footed.
Yeah, like he goes, I'm so sorry, and he like has the scope trained right on like the middle mouth, and he just pulls the trigger, and the round goes like right in there.
Nice.
Yeah, and you see like it hits and like kind of like explodes at the back of the throat. You don't see it clear like go throughout the other side, but you knock off like a huge chunk of flesh like right inside. Splatters on its big fangy teeth, like comes out front and like lands on the ground. Some of the like debris.
Hell yeah.
Razel.
I'm in a predicament.
What's that?
I am going to move up in front of Raquel. No, I lied. I'm going to stay where I'm at. Tell Raquel to get behind me. Raquel, get behind me. And I'm going to go into total defense.
Oh, interesting.
Because I have nothing that I can shoot at that range. The weapon that has range, the rad cannon, it's a blast weapon, which means I can't shoot outside of my first arc, which is only like 50 feet, which he's like 75 feet away.
So he gets all lined up, and now it is Raquel's turn.
He's
Razel
like
right
60
behind
feet
you.
away.
Before I get behind him, I cast Wisp Ally to try and distract this thing. And I'm going to choose that Harrying Fire. And then also, could I do a life science or something to figure out about this thing? Figure something out?
Yeah, give me a life science.
26.
You don't have no idea what this is. It kind of looks like you might know, like it's familiar, but you're not sure.
Alright.
Oh,
This is like a CR10 creature.
So
Well, I
you see her like kind of squint and try and figure this thing out, and then quickly realizes that Razel said to get behind him, so she does that.
Yeah, you're trying to figure it out. Then you take the advice of Razel, and it is now the creature's turn. And it is going to... Gosh, it is so far away.
It could stay
See
there.
how far we are.
and it's flat-footed for 2 rounds.
It
Yeah.
could.
Which means it can't charge.
Yeah, I can't charge.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about that.
I am. Are you kidding me? That probably the best first shot I'll ever have.
Yeah,
And it was a
no,
move.
it's nice because finally the crit actually mattered.
And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I might have deafened Raquel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so it is. It's just going to move forward. Let's see, 1, 10,
Is it
15?
bigger than large? Chris?
It is a huge creature.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it's going
It's
to
taken up 9 squares? Did I do math right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
it's taken
do
up
math.
9 squares. So it's going to rush up. About all it can do is just rush up, and it puts itself kind of in between Sev and Razel. And that's its turn. Rats.
Rats comes running out of the trees.
So where the fuck was he even at? Oh, there he is. I was looking for him. I'm like, where did he go?
And as he's like just booking it out of the trees, he draws his zero pistol, hailstorm class, and as he slides to a stop. I'm going to take a shot at this weird Slimer creature. That is a 23 against EAC.
Pull the old... Let's see, he's flat-footed, 23. That is a hit.
Okay.
Plus, it's ice, so it's super effective against grass types.
Nice.
I am also going to use my fusion. My Hailstorm Zero pistol is now a Malediction Hailstorm Class Zero pistol.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that do?
I was like,
So once per day, when I successfully attack a foe with a weapon with the fusion, as a reaction, I can cast Bestow Curse on the target
wow.
as a spell-like ability.
Nice.
Chris's head shake was like, all right.
Bestow Curse is so good.
He's gonna be cursed, flat-footed,
It gets a will save or something, right?
something like that.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure what the DC for the save is.
Kevin's got it.
So this is going to be 14 cold damage.
10 plus half of the weapon level plus the ability score of the attack. So it would be the dex. Your dex, maybe?
Okay. So 15 plus 5,
To DC 20.
DC 20.
We'll go with that for now.
Okay.
Thank
So-
you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Thank you, computer guy. All right, and how long does that last? Indefinitely?
It's permanent.
Permanent? Okay. I don't have to track it. Yes. Okay, so describe how this happens to this creature.
Well, an icy bolt fires out of my gun, and as it connects, there's just this, like, black haze of a skull comes up over the top of it. And, its eyes go cross-eyed as I steal its overall competency.
All right, so its many eyes like start spinning around under its mouth and like kind of look at each other in different directions. And it is round 2. Sev.
I'm gonna take a guarded step backwards, like diagonally, try to hopefully not get sliced up by these what look like praying mantis arms. And he's once again trying to aim for that middle mouth. He's eventually trying to put so many.
You
sorry?
mean its vagina?
Yes. He's eventually just kind of trying to shoot like at the same spot, to try to just blow right through it and just make a big, like, one just continuous hole. Does a 26 against KC hit, Chris?
Yeah, that hit.
That's 20 damage.
20 damage. All right, so you blast this guy with this rifle again, and you take off like like you hit a chunk like right next to its mouth on its abdomen. You hear it shriek in pain. Razel.
I am
Iron Man.
Iron Man. I'm going to assume it has reach, so I'm going to take a guarded step forward and then punch with my shell knuckles, which I strategically put explosive scattergun shells in before we got out of the ship, because I was like, we're going to fight a plant.
Because you read ahead.
Because I read ahead. So here we go. Oh, that's a 30. All right.
What were you attacking?
Yep, you're
How were
right.
you attacking?
My shell knuckles?
Are those what kind of? Are those bludgeoning? Or what?
Well, because I put explosive shells in them, they are half fire, half bludgeoning.
Okay. Well, but bludgeoning too. That's okay. I actually need to know that for something. So.
Yeah, normally it's bludgeoning, but because of the shells I put in there, it's going to do half fire. 23 bludgeoning. So that would be 11 bludgeoning, 12 fire.
Nice.
Okay, so you step up, your feet kind of sink in the mud a little bit, and you hit this thing. shell knuckles explode, and it kind of knocks you back a little bit. It knocks it back a little bit. You hear it roar. You see some more birds like kind of fly off into the distance because there's almost like this like gust of air that comes from both mouths on this thing, and you get a little like, slobber saliva on your face as this happens.
Nice.
Raquel, you're not standing too much farther behind Razel. What do you do?
Yeah, so I see like all this go down, and I'm still kind of in shock, but I take a step forward and reach out to touch, reach around to touch Razel's shell knuckles. That sounds horrible.
I don't consent!
Hold on. So
He's got to reload those.
Yeah, I got to reload those. So for the rest of this battle, I'm probably going to use my unarmed strike.
Oh, well, never mind. Damn
Just
it.
a heads up. Well, I mean, you can still do it on my... was it supercharged
no,
weapon?
it's venomous weapon.
I don't know how that works.
All right, so I haven't been able to use it yet, but for any weapon that deals bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, I can imbue it with poison. So then that way it also could be sickened.
I mean, technically,
Cast
my
it on
hands are
your-
my...
Oh, yeah, that's true. His hands
My
do
hands-
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poison the bullets.
Oh, wait, no. My shell knuckles do bludgeoning. My unarmed strike is slashing.
My bullets.
I would have
It says
to...
or slashing
Fuck it, I'll
damage.
reload just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or slashing damage. Okay, yeah, that
So I
works.
step forward and I reach around and grab Razel's hands.
Caress his hands. You need
Why are you
lotion.
touching me like this?
It'll be fine. I'm helping. And I cast venomous weapon.
I'm helping. I've heard that before.
I'm not. This isn't consent.
So just so you know, Kevin, for the next 5 rounds,
Holy shit!
the next 5 attacks, made using the weapon, it's poison. So he would have to make a fortitude save or be sickened for 2d4 rounds.
Hell yeah. Get ready for that, Chris.
All right, I'm ready.
I don't think you are. He stabs himself in the eye.
All right, so Raquel with the assist on the reach around is now the creature's turn.
Title of the episode: Help on the reach around.
So sad
Got
that
it
it
in
had to
one.
happen.
If only Hitler was here.
Oh god.
You
I'm
see, as you see that the bottom mouth of this creature like opens real wide. You see the teeth inch it. Well, like to you, Seb or Razel, it appears like it's inches, even though you're standing back about 5 or 10 feet. And then it begins to run around in a circle. It is going to trample you. I believe it can trample everybody.
I don't think
So that's
so.
going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Don't worry,
First
Chris.
diagonal, 30,
I'm just making sure you're doing
35.
this correctly.
40. Yeah. Yeah, double check me, but I've got, as a full action, the creature can move up to its speed and through the space of any creatures that are at least one size smaller than itself. The creature does not need to make an attack roll. Each creature whose space it moves through takes damage. Everybody will get a chance to make a reflex save for half damage. If you attempt the save, you can't make an attack of opportunity against it. I don't see anything here that says it has to be a charge, that has to be a straight line. It just says you can move up to your speed.
Okay, so either take the damage or roll an attack of opportunity.
Yes, so I will leave that up to everybody, but it is able to run around in enough of a circle.
What's the DC? The reflex save?
DC reflex save is DC 16. So let's start with Razel. Do you want to take an
man.
attack of opportunity, or do you want to take the reflex save?
That's a good question. I'm gonna poison it. I'll take the damage.
All right, so let me get out the hundreds of dice here.
Damn it.
All right, so what are you choosing to do then, Razel? You're gonna take the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. And I rolled a 3. So that would be a 16 to hit.
All right, 16 to hit.
KAC.
It is It's still flat-footed. I don't think the curse does anything for AC.
Nope.
16. That is going to be a miss.
Yep.
As this thing begins to roll over you, you see like the big arms that are like towering over you like 10, 15 feet, like kind of go past you, and then it's the smaller feet on this creature that really mess you up, and that's going to be 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's fine. I'm fine, guys.
Raquel, you have like seconds here to react. What are you doing?
Yeah, I have my sword out, I guess, still from earlier, but I don't want to take that damage. So what do I have to do to avoid it?
Reflex save.
It's a reflex save.
I'm not great at those, but we'll see. It's a 17. It's a 17.
That is a pass.
Nice.
Yes!
So we'll take half damage on this. Ooh, wow. Math.
Chris is worse.
That is, yeah, that is already half this for you. It's 17 points of damage.
Oh!
I nearly rolled. I rolled a 10 and a 9 on 2d10.
Ugh. Okay.
All right. So you as well. You kind of get buffeted with one of these larger legs on this thing as it runs by. The slice. How am I trying to say? The point like narrowly misses, like stabbing your leg and just hits you. It makes its way over to Sev. Sev, what are you going to do? You're going to take an attack? You're going to dodge out of the way into the bushes there?
He has to dodge out.
I have to dodge. I can't take.
That's right. Okay. So give me that reflex save.
Click, click, boom.
21.
Nice.
21 will do. All right, half damage.
Click, snap.
All right, so that's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing runs past you and just hits you with the tail on its backside. Rats.
I am very scared to do this,
Uh-oh.
but I am going to take the attack of opportunity.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I don't think I noted that I had done this. I actually had gotten 2 weapon fusions the last time. I think I only said I got 1. So after our episode 100, I was like, you know what? That weapon fusion I had was pretty good. So I made my tail blade an opportunistic tail blade.
Oh, okay. I see.
The plot thickens.
So I gain a +2 on the attack of opportunity, and if it hits, I gain a +2 to the damage roll.
Nice.
I hope this is worth taking a decent chunk of my hit points.
Stamina,
Whatever. It's all. I'm getting hit. Okay, so that's +13, so that's 22 against KAC.
22 against its KC.
Flat-footed.
That is still flat-footed. That is a hit.
Whew. Thank God. This is only a D4 damage. Oh, thank God. Max damage. So that's 10 damage.
As the tail blade whips up, slices through the belly of the beast, and now you're going to take the full brunt of this creature's feet.
Not looking forward to this.
All right, there's going to be 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And the creature, after passing through, throwing mud up in the air as it runs by, hits Rats and whips back around and faces you and kind of bends over its top mouth, like closer to the ground, and just roars, saliva spewing forth from its face. It is round 3. Sev, and I'm going to keep the flat-footed going through Sev's turn because that's when it happened, but then after
Okay.
Sev, it's no longer flat-footed.
He's going to take another guarded step back 5 feet, like kind of settling into the brush a little bit.
Oh.
Yes, Des?
Real quick. Wait, did Rats not take his normal turn?
No, I did.
Okay, did you take your +2?
Oh, no, you did skip me.
I did skip you. Okay, round
Yeah.
Okay.
2. Okay. So yeah,
Good call,
Rats.
Des.
Yeah.
There's attack of opportunities. Always make it like because it feels like you've taken your turn, but you haven't.
Yeah.
And the fact that everybody had a chance to do something.
Right. No, it's just like the fact that it was his turn next, and then he took an attack of opportunity. Like Razel, I knew had already gone. You know, you had already gone. So it's
Right.
like when you fall in that order, it's real easy to miss. Anyway,
Yeah.
Rats, it's your turn.
Poop. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, I'm in a bad spot now. Wish
Yeah.
I had
How's
been
he
at the
feeling?
Well, I just wish I had been at the start of the trample so that I could still take all my actions without fear of. Or no, he's still flat-footed, right?
Yeah, you can't make attacks of
until
opportunity.
Yes.
until Sev's turn. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. Okay. I'm going to take a. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Nice.
Okay.
Plan. I like that plan.
That's a solid plan. Never goes wrong.
I'm just gonna shoot it from here,
You know what?
and then probably die when it does something else. But yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it. I rolled a 1.
Oh, my god! I was like, he's gonna roll one. He's gonna roll one. I knew it.
All right.
Shit.
Pull out the old goblin friend here from the critical fumble deck.
You're no friend of mine, Goblin.
Hey, it's Bish, guys. No. So this is energy.
Yes.
All foes have concealment from you for 1d3 rounds.
That's ass.
That's actually total ass.
That's like 2 full asses.
So if you want to roll that d3 for me.
2.
All right. Sealed
What
for
was the
2
name
rounds.
of the crit fail?
It was. Oh,
2
I'll
asses.
put it back on top of it. Attack the darkness.
And
It's those shadows cast by the trees. above.
Ooh,
We're
the
playing
shadow.
Destiny all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
So after I can't see it now, I run around it.
I feel it's
I-
there.
Yeah.
Well, is this like a cold weapon? You said it's cold, like
Yeah.
shoots ice. Maybe like some of it like blew back on your eyes or something, and you've got like foggy vision. I don't know.
Okay.
There's steam when it steamed up when they hit the hot air of the jungle.
Yeah. That
Um,
happened.
and so Rats heads north around this creature, and it is now round 3. Sev.
All right, so Sev is gonna take a 5-foot like guarded step back, kind of start to get a little bit in the foliage, kind of start to feel a little more like in his natural habitat. I don't want to say habitat because he isn't lit like area of operation,
Yeah. Hiding in a bush.
hiding in a bush. So he's gonna take another shot at the plant man, who's got a bunch of ass.
Still flat-footed.
24 KC,
That's a hit.
27 damage. I was 1 off of max. So like again, he's just aiming for that one like middle mouth. I forgot to
Middle, yeah, and yeah. I mean, you just see chunks of flesh like come flying out of it as you like release your finger on the trigger, kind of like let that sniper, like you hold your breath and you like exhale. You feel like some of the plants right against your back, kind of like wrapping around your legs,
Oh, I fucked up.
ever so slightly. Razel, what's your turn?
That's a predicament, I tell you what.
Let's go up and punch it.
I'm going to go up and punch it.
It's not flat-footed anymore though.
Yeah, which means I'm assuming it has reach. So I'm assuming it's going to be able to take an attack of opportunity on me. Would I be correct in
I don't know.
saying that?
What do you do?
I'm going to run up.
It does seem to have incredibly long arms.
I run up to it. Chris,
All right.
what happens?
So it will take an attack.
All right, let me turn on my mobility.
It's gonna pull out its submachine gun, and
I
it's
knew
gonna take
it.
Oh my.
it's gonna take a bite. That's a miss with a natural 1.
Oh,
Yes! Didn't even need my mobility.
All right, so yeah, this thing rushes up, and as it's bleeding from out of its belly mouth, it tries to bite at you and winces in pain and like pulls it to its mouth at the side of the last second.
And then I run up and take a slash at it, even though in the sound effects it'll be like I punched it.
Using that venom stuff too?
Yeah. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, I guess I'll just do all the heavy
I
lifting.
just rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
I just rolled a 1.
This is the...
Des, only you and I haven't rolled ones yet.
The trifecta of ones.
Right.
Fuck, I'm not...
Okay, so that's a kinetic attack, right?
It sure is.
Unless your fists are electric. Okay, this one's called Eat Dirt. Sounds appropriate. That's what...
Yeah, that's
Kinda
about
eat
my
dirt.
Had this one
intelligence.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are knocked prone and must succeed at a fortitude save or be blinded for 1d3 rounds.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
All right,
Hold on, let me put on prone. Where's that on
The good news is you have that kip up ability, so...
Yeah, I can get up with a swift action, so that's not all that. That's not that big of a deal. Although it's going to get a +4 to hit me. Oh, I still have a swift action. I can do that right now, right? I can do it whenever in my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 18 on the fortitude save, or whatever it was.
I'm not gonna
26.
calculate that because that's probably
Yeah.
good enough. So
26, and
you are
then
not
I'm sorry.
you are not blind, but you are prone.
And I use my swift action to kip up, and now I am not prone.
Or blind.
Okay. Well, that could have gone worse, for sure.
Okay, yeah. So you stand up in this damp, marshy.
He as he's running up, he goes to punch and trips over like a tree branch and falls flat on his face, and that's the reason why it missed.
Yeah.
On the attack of opportunity, and then he quickly stands up and gets prepared to even probably get eaten or something.
Quickly stands up, braces for lunch. Raquel.
Yeah, from here I can't really do anything. I assume mind affecting stuff isn't gonna affect this thing, right?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I tried to figure it out.
Yeah. You can always try it.
You're not
but
sure.
The last couple... Well, you weren't in the jungle with us in Castrovel, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Most of them were mindless, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna attempt something because otherwise I have to switch out weapons and waste a turn, right?
Yeah.
So
'Cause
I'm
right now
gonna attempt what?
I mean, you could drop your weapon and pull another one out.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
just-
that would be... Yeah. Because right now you have
All
your
right.
attack lash out.
No, I had my sword out.
Oh,
because
right.
I was slashing through
Right.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna drop that and pull out my static arc pistol. Ready, aim, and fire. Hopefully, right into the mouth of the belly mouth.
The belly mouth.
That is a 21.
Again.
21 against.
That's a KAC.
Nope.
Or, yeah, EAC. What the hell am I talking about?
EAC.
Yes.
That's a hit.
All right.
That's a hit.
And that is
You did
10
it.
damage. 10
damage.
damage.
Electricity.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
Something it's never experienced in its lifetime.
A bolt of energy whizzes past Brazel and strikes true on this creature, burning its flesh, and it is now.
I like to imagine he's falling over. The shot goes over his head, and he didn't even realize it had happened.
Something on fire?
It's bloody. It's bleeding,
It is?
stumbling back and forth, but it's going to
Look at its health.
attempt to bite Brazel.
I disagree.
That is a 28 against your KC.
God damn it. Yeah, you got me.
Okay,
Just looking for anything that would be like...
that is 25 points of damage as its teeth sink into you.
Ow. Ah! That's what he says.
I think it is going to move back up to the tree line. It backs up about 20 feet back into the tree line.
Attack of
And it is now rat. You may take an attack.
Hell yeah.
Come on, make that venomous weapon work.
Fucking dicks!
You suck.
Oh god.
Worst
I don't
tank.
think plants can. I think plants were immune to poison.
Well, why'd you let me do that? I wasted a spell.
I mean, you waste half of the spells you cast.
It's a 20 against KAC.
Damn, that's harsh.
20 against KC is a miss.
Yeah. I rolled a 7 on the die. God dang it.
Oh, wait a second. I believe,
no.
and I want to correct this. I'm supposed to. I forgot to subtract my -4 from the curse, so that is only a 24 against your KAC.
Miss.
Okay, so you can give yourself back that 25 points of
Hell
piercing
yeah.
damage, and thank rats.
Guys, I thought I got hurt, but then I didn't. It was crazy.
He hallucinated it.
So in that case, it's going to change the end of my turn slightly. Because now that I've missed, this creature has a special ability called Double Bite.
Yeah.
If I miss with my bite attack, I can make another bite attack with my other mouth as a move action. Though I do take a -4 penalty to this roll, so that I've got a total of a -8.
And he'll
on
still
this roll.
probably roll over 30.
He hasn't rolled.
I haven't been rolling very well tonight. That is so terrible. I'm just actually going to subtract from my to hit, which is a 17 against your KC.
That's a miss.
All right, so this creature's stumbling on its last limbs, just thrashing about, trying to do something, and it is now Rat's turn.
Finish it off. You son of a bitch.
I'm in.
I'm gonna take a guarded step back because of the possibility of reach. And then I'm going to take another shot with my gunnular device. That's a 21 against EAC.
All right, roll me concealment. 50 or lower is a miss. 51 or higher is a hit. Wait, is that... That's correct, right? Concealment is 50?
Looking
Pretty
it
sure.
up now.
Tonight is sponsored by Getting the Rules Right. Looking up those rules right now is Kevin Robbins. Check him out on YouTube and all that other crap.
Don't.
I'd say Twitch.
You'll have a
YouTube.
bad time. Yes, 20% for concealment.
Follow him on Twitch.
Okay. All right. 20 and below is a miss. Anything higher is a hit.
Oh, come on. Big numbers. 26.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, so you aim, you fire, and like the mist over your eyes like goes away at just the right time. You hit this creature.
Thank you, Jeebus.
You're welcome.
Absolutely, Captain.
How did you hear that?
12 damage. 12 cold
I know.
damage.
Oh. All right. So what happens is you're taking in the scene with Razel toe to toe with this thing. You lay down this blast of cold.
Swatting the steam out of the air. Wait, what'd you say?
Just asking rats to tell me how the scene plays out.
Oh, I thought you said my name.
Did I kill it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that helps me inform my scene that I'm going to describe. So, Rats is like, while everybody else is taking their turn, Rats is like blinking his eyes a lot and like rubbing them, and he's got his gun pointed at the thing, but he just can't focus in on it. It's like that, like he's got like 6 different images of this thing like hazing together, and he can't focus on it. And he takes a breath, calms his mind, and like just straight up closes his eyes and just fires straight at this thing and nails it in the back. And the creature dies, and open mouth falls on Razel.
Mud is like shot up into the air like a wave about 15-20 feet away, kind of hits Razel or Sev on his feet. It kind of scares away the plants that were wrapping around him, and you kill it.
Hey!
Hey!
Must
We'll
be
see
the
you
money. Oh,
next week.
damn.
I'm punching my way out of it.
Hey, like you see like the stomach moving, like it's not dead yet, and then it blows up, and then it pops like, guys, it smells in there. I poop myself again.
Oh no.
Thank you to IPOS, Mary Geisling, Ultrawave 7, Adam Wendell, Josh Gamble, and Cody Rutherford. Thank you all so much for letting us continue doing this wonderful show that you guys listen to. Until next time, this is Ryan. I'm signing off.
Make sure to check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.